Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video, and in today's video it's me, Bionotrix. I'm going to be doing something that I tried doing a while ago, which was with, if you remember, Marthurian's story video. I don't ever know if I made that public or not, by the way. Or Ripgore Bonegore's story video. I think I made that one public. Very interesting stuff to try and do. Know that all of the stories that I create are my personal stories. You don't have to accept them as something that actually happens within the universes that they are created around, but they are kind of like part of like roleplay and whatever. So, but today we're going to be covering the story of another original character that I created called Anshelm Caurius. So, take a drink, sit back, relax, and listen to the story, and hopefully you might be inspired by it. Maybe you want to write your own story, or you're looking for inspiration for the history of your own character. All are welcome here, whatever it is. Maybe you just like listening to a story. That's all fine. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. If you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share it with friends, family, whatever. All helps, really. And let's get into it. In the dark and treacherous world of Azeroth, where war and magic shaped the destinies of countless beings, a lone figure known as Anshelm Caurius, the Soulcinerator, strode through the desolate landscape. He is a human Death Knight, a once heroic warrior who had been resurrected by the sinister might of the Lich King, and with him he wielded a cursed blade, an enchanted rune blade known as Soulcinerator, a weapon that incinerated the souls of his fallen foes. Anshelm's story begins in the peaceful lands of Lordaeron, a place where the sun's warmth kissed the rolling hills and the people lived in harmony. He was once a knight of the Alliance, a protector of his homeland. His valiant deeds on the battlefield earned him the respect and admiration of his comrades. But that time of peace would not last. The shadow of the Scourge, led by the Lich King, fell upon the eastern kingdoms, bringing with it a darkness that would consume the lands. During the pivotal war against the Scourge and their reckless invasion, Anshelm was capable of repelling many foes. But his triumph over the Scourge could not last. He was sent out on an expedition to Northrend to establish a foothold along with the Alliance. Anshelm fell there, fighting against many of the Scourge warriors that would overwhelm them, being one of the many victims that would fall to the Scourge's tyranny. He was raised from the dead to serve the malevolent will of the Lich King. Stripped of his free will, he became a Death Knight, a merciless and unholy agent of the Scourge. However, the curse of undeath and the power of the Lich King could not extinguish the last ember of Anshelm's humanity. In his darkest moments, he clung to the memory of his past, of the life he had known, and of the people he had loved. This inner turmoil gave rise to a burning hatred within him, a hatred for the darkness that had claimed him. Anshelm's rune blade was forged with the runes of great potency, a powerful rune blade that would be the stark contrast to the unholy, blistering cold of Northrend. This weapon would later be named Soulcinerator. The blade was no ordinary blade. It had been forged in the fires of rune forges, most potent, inscribed with dark, inscrutable runes, and its purpose was as clear as crystal. Its name was an indicator of such, to consume the very essence of the souls it claimed and incinerating them in an unholy fire, leaving no shred behind. With Soulcinerator in hand, Anshelm fought for the Scourge. During the Great War, many would assume that this is where his story ends, that he dies in the battlefield against the Alliance and the Horde. Alas, were wrong. When Frostmourne was shattered and the Lich King was defeated, Anshelm found new purpose, serving under the Ebon Blade. Defying his former self, the Scourge version of him, yet unable to rid himself of those horrible memories of the atrocities he had committed. With fragments of his free will renewed, he became determined to use his newfound powers and newfound independence to strike back against whatever remained of the Scourge. He sought out like-minded allies among the Knights of the Ebon Blade, an order of Death Knights who had broken free from the Lich King's control. Anshelm swiftly took every opportunity to destroy whatever was left of the Scourge, hoping that one day he could redeem himself by incinerating one soul at a time. Anshelm's journey is one that would take forever, a story yet to be completed, as Anshelm has yet to find redemption, using his anger of his situation of undeath in a way that would serve against the dark will of the Scourge. Okay, so there we have it. It's a very short one. It doesn't really go into detail, talking about like happenings in the past. It doesn't really talk about a lot of that. It just goes about a basic history kind of thing for the character. Now, this is like the first time I'm trying this again, so I'm hoping that you guys like it. If you do, please let me know. I'd love to know. I'm going to hopefully see you next time in the next video. So again, if you like the video, please like, subscribe, all that shit. I love doing this type of stuff, but I would need people to make this a viable asset for me. So hopefully you can help me with this, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye bye.